Good morning, YouTube. Um, if you read the title, you know what this is about. I know it's pretty much on everyone's mind here right now because of I want to talk briefly about this. Well, actually, it probably won't be very brief. Um, I have depression problems. Anyone who's seen my previous videos knows this. And I'm not gonna lie, in my lifetime, I've thought and come close to killing myself more times than I really care to count. There's there's nothing anyone can really say to make this better, but I want to give a little bit of insight on it because one thing a lot of people don't understand about comedians is that they are often tormented souls. And I mean horribly tormented souls. Most comedians will reference something about themselves in their comedy that they feel horrible about. You have to consider this fact that they're using that as an entertainment purpose, for entertainment purposes, but they're being faced with that every fucking time they talk. They're having their failures, their downfalls, their weaknesses pushed in their face by their own profession. And granted, I'm not saying that they shouldn't, comedians shouldn't be funny. That's their whole purpose, but I want more people to do this. Next time you go to a comedy show, find the funniest comedian in the whole group, and afterwards go up to him and talk to him. Just sit down and say, "Hey, I know you're probably going through some shit. Do you want to talk?" The thing is, though, folks, is that everyone's just a fan for the most part when it comes to comedians. Everyone's just a fan for the most part when it comes to actors, or really anyone who's in the entertainment business who could have a kind of mental dissonance to the point where they do contemplate suicide, or the point that that antidepressants don't work for them. Go up to them and tell them, "Hey man, I'm not just a fan, I'm a friend. I want to help you out of this. Talk to me." And no, don't try to ask him for a number. Just right there on the spot, tell him, "Hey, look, I know you're going through some shit." Because oftentimes, folks, the funnier a person is, the more tormented they are. Now, if you want further depth on that, there's a movie that Adam Sandler wrote a few years back called Funny People, which delves directly into the mental problems of most modern comedians. A lot of them deal with addiction of either alcohol or drugs. A lot of them deal with self-hatred for numerous reasons. And a lot of them genuinely use comedy to get people to love them. Does that make sense? At one point in their lives, they were taunted. They were an outcast in some way or form. And they were treated like legitimate pieces of shit. And somewhere along the line, they found that something embarrassing that they do by normal standards, or something outlandish, can get a positive reaction. It's not love, but it's 1,000 times better than invisibility. And either way, it still torments the person. I think the reason that this hits so many people so hard is because Robin Williams was more than just your average comedian. Over the years, through the various roles he's played, he's become numerous family members of numerous people, oftentimes just different interpretations of those family members. Me personally, Patch Adams always felt like a brother to me. I always knew, I knew how he felt. I knew the torment that was going on inside of his head. Genie kind of struck me as an uncle figure, you know? And I did, at one point, have an uncle like him. Step-uncle, actually. The man himself, through those numerous embodiments, became a soul embodiment of love, light, and laughter. But he hated himself. He hated living. Folks, the only reason I've gotten to the point where I am now is because instinctively, I knew I had to numb down my emotions. I had to force myself to become slightly sociopathic. In some cases, this doesn't work out the way a lot of people hope it will. And it can have detrimental effects on a person's mind as well as their social life. I've known many people who have gone through suicidal thoughts. I lost a couple of friends due to suicide. Stoner K, rest in peace. Any juggalos who know that name will know where I'm coming from. Whoop whoop. But, in all honesty, folks, yeah, I'm gonna end this like just about any other video about suicide. Call a suicide hotline if you or anyone you know is feeling this way. If they feel like they have no other option out. Get a hold of a suicide hotline. Or try to find, or if nothing else, sit down with them one-on-one and help them find a reason to stay. Okay? I'm gonna tell you guys an internal truth. I still wish I would die. But I'll never be the one who executes my own death. My mom's death left a gigantic hole. One I know will never be filled. And, sorry. And I know that hole I'm always probably going to pray to die. But I'm not going to take it out on myself. I'm not going to do it myself. Because I know my mom would beat my ass if I did. I love you, YouTube. Platonically. From the bottom of my heart. I hope everyone has an okay day today.